Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm going to keep this as simple as possible for what you need to do with gauze to stop the bleeding after having your wisdom tooth taken out. So there are just three simple steps that you need to follow. It's basically the fold, the bite, and the hold. All right, so we'll start with what the fold is. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take about like 2 to 3 pieces of gauze, right? And just kind of stack them on top of each other. And then you want to fold it in half once and then fold it in half twice. All right, so what you should end up with is like a little square. All right, and then the second step is the bite. All right, so what you want to do is you want to place it directly over the extraction socket. So here we have a missing tooth. All right, so you just want to put it right on top of it, and then you want to bite down with firm pressure. Okay, biting down with firm pressure. So what you want to look out for in this step is that you want to make sure that your teeth are wedged apart. You see how there's like a space here, all right? I'm going to take it out just so you can see, right? You see how the teeth are closed without it in, right? But with the gauze in, you want to have the teeth wedged apart, right? That tells you that you are putting enough pressure into the socket. If it's completely closed down, it means you're not using enough gauze, and then you're not really applying enough pressure directly into the socket. If that is the case, you might not have enough gauze, right? Then you just want to if you used two before, you just want to use an extra one into there, right? Just put an extra one and just kind of refold it again, and now you have a thicker piece, and you just kind of put it back in there and bite down. And you see how like the teeth are just wedged apart now. So that is what you want. The third step is the hold. Okay, so after you bite down on the gauze with firm pressure, you want to hold that for 30 minutes. Okay, and switch out to a new piece of gauze every 30 minutes until it stops bleeding. Usually that takes about 2 to 3 hours for most people. What you should kind of notice is that every time after you switch out the gauze, you should notice the bleeding should slow down a little bit more each time. Okay, if you notice it not stopping and not slowing down while you're biting on gauze and you're switching it out, you should probably go back to see your dentist, because you might be doing something wrong, or you have some type of bleeding disorder. Okay, so that's basically it. So yeah, the fold, the bite, and the hold. Okay, so we'll just go over some quick do's and don'ts while you're doing this. All right, first of all, no rinsing, no spitting, and no drinking through a straw. All three of those create a lot of pressure in the mouth. We want the blood clot to kind of form and stay up there, but any sort of pressure will dislodge it, and usually that is when it keeps bleeding. Okay, if you do have a lot of blood building up in your mouth, what you can do is just kind of just kind of tilt your head down and let it ooze out or drip out with gravity alone. Okay, don't spit forcefully, just let it drip out. All right, this way you don't disturb the blood clot. Alternatively, you could just swallow the blood. I mean, it is your own blood after all. There's nothing wrong with that, but but most people don't really want to do that, so just kind of let it drip out of your mouth. And then of course, don't sleep with the gauze in, and don't eat with the gauze in. If you need to take your medication, or if you need like a snack or something, remember to remove the gauze before you eat and drink. Okay, and after that, just put a new one back in there. And also, if you happen to run out of gauze, you can always get some at your nearest pharmacy, or in a pinch, you can, take a piece of paper towel and just kind of fold it into like a little square and just bite down on it, and that kind of works too. All right, and that is how you use gauze for wisdom teeth.